Are you sure you're watering your dill and parsley correctly? Do you just pour water from a can and expect a lush harvest? What if I told you that your watering method might be the very reason for yellowing leaves, slow growth, and even pest problems? Hold on, and don't water your greens until you finish watching this video. Today, we're going to reveal 3 key secrets that will transform your humble garden beds into a true emerald jungle. And believe me, it's not just about the amount of water. Let's be honest. We've all faced the disappointment of getting thin, pale sprigs that quickly go to seed, instead of juicy, fragrant greens for our table. Sound familiar? The real reason often lies in subtle details that most gardeners don't even realise. Let's start right at the beginning. Watering correctly. We usually think leafy greens need lots of water. It seems logical enough. But this is exactly where the biggest mistake lies, the one that ruins your harvest. It's not about how much water you use, but how you apply it. One wrong habit, and you're essentially creating the perfect conditions for diseases. And almost everyone has this habit. Here it is, watering from above, directly onto the leaves. That sprinkler method you see in commercials. This is the biggest mistake. And it's especially damaging to water this way in the evening. Think about it. Water droplets sit on the leaves all night long. The cool night air doesn't let them evaporate. This creates the perfect breeding ground for fungi, and first and foremost, for powdery mildew. This white coating will quickly wipe out your plants. There's only one correct way. Water strictly at the root. Direct the spout of your watering can right at the soil, at the base of the plants. This way, the water reaches the roots, and the leaves remain dry and healthy. The best time to do this is in the morning. The top layer of soil has the chance to dry out during the day, minimizing the risk of rot. Watering in the evening is risky. Remember, water in the morning and water the root. This simple rule is the foundation for healthy, thriving greens. Now let's talk about those unwelcome visitors who just love your tender greens. We're talking about pests, of course, and specifically, aphids. These tiny insects can turn a thriving garden bed into a sticky, wilting mess in just a few days. But here's something important to understand. Pests don't show up for no reason. They're a signal, an indicator that something isn't quite right with your plants. A healthy, strong plant can defend itself, but a weak, stressed one? It's an easy target, and often the cause of this weakness is exactly the incorrect watering we just discussed. Excess moisture and diseases weaken the immunity of your dill and parsley. They become limp, and their sap becomes more accessible and appealing to aphids. Besides aphids, your greens can also be targeted by carrot fly, shield bugs, and even caterpillars. They also tend to go for the most vulnerable plants. So the fight isn't just against the insects themselves, but against the reason they're appearing. By strengthening the plant, you make it less tasty and less attractive to pests. Instead of reaching straight for chemicals, let's first figure out how to make our greens strong. And this brings us to our next important point. And finally, let's talk about feeding your herbs. Many gardeners believe that leafy greens like dill and parsley don't need much in the way of nutrients. They might think, what does it need? It just grows. But this is a big mistake. For dill and parsley to grow lush, dense, and truly flavourful, they need a lot of nutrients from the soil, especially nitrogen. If your soil is poor, or if you plant your herbs in the same spot year after year, those essential nutrients get used up quickly. What happens then? You end up with thin, weak stems that turn yellow fast and bolt, meaning they go to seed instead of producing more leaves. The plant simply doesn't have the energy to develop robust green growth. But how should you fertilise? Well, there are pitfalls here too. Using fresh manure or applying too much chemical fertiliser can actually do more harm than good. Herbs grown this way tend to accumulate nitrates, become watery, and lose their distinct flavour and aroma. In fact, they might even be less healthy for you. The right way to feed your herbs is with something light, balanced, and applied regularly. You want to give your plants a boost to encourage growth, but without overfeeding them. The key is finding that sweet spot so your greens are both abundant and healthy. And a simple, surprisingly effective solution does exist. What's more, you probably already have it sitting in your medicine cabinet. And now for the most important part. These are the secrets that will truly make a difference. Secret number 1, and it's a crucial one. Never water dill and parsley from above, directly onto the leaves, especially in the evening. Leaving moisture on the foliage overnight is an open invitation for powdery mildew and other fungal diseases. You should water strictly at the base of the plant, right at the roots, and ideally in the morning so the soil has a chance to dry out. Secret number 2, your best friend isn't just plain water, but a smart solution. Every 10 to 14 days, instead of your regular watering, use this simple mixture. Add 1 tablespoon of ammonia to 10 litres of water. Yes, that's right, regular household or pharmacy ammonia. This serves 2 purposes. It's a gentle nitrogen boost that will give your greens a vibrant, rich colour, and it's also a fantastic aphid repellent. The smell dissipates quickly, but the benefits remain. Your plants will become stronger and less appealing to pests. And secret number 3, which might surprise you. To keep your herbs bushy and prevent them from bolting or going to seed, you need to cut them correctly. Don't just pull off individual sprigs. Instead, carefully snip the outer, largest leaves, leaving the central growth point untouched. This encourages the plant to continuously produce new shoots and grow outwards rather than upwards. It's a simple trick that will extend your harvest for several weeks. That's it. 3 simple rules. Watering at the base, using the smart feed and pest repellent, and cutting correctly. It's not complicated, but the difference will amaze you. Your herbs won't just survive. They'll absolutely flourish, full of health and incredible flavour. Thank you for watching until the end. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. And be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more gardening tips and tricks. Now, a question for you. What are your secrets for growing lush dill and parsley? Or perhaps you've encountered problems that I didn't mention. Share your experience in the comments below. Let's help each other grow the best harvest possible.